Hello friends, welcome to Inside Text. This is a platform to learn about power transmission elements and its control systems. In today's video, we are going to learn about a very important panel instrument that is called as annunciator. So what is basically annunciator? Annunciator is basically an indication instrument that is provided on the panel inside the control room. So what does this annunciator indicate or announce? As its name suggests, it announces something. Annunciator announces the type of fault that has occurred on the equipment which it is protecting. So on annunciator, you can get faults from the line, faults from the transformer if it is a panel of transformer, or faults on the circuit breaker, okay, whatever line it is protecting, the circuit breaker of that line or the circuit breaker of the transformer. So basically annunciator is a platform where the type of fault which has occurred on the protective equipment is indicated. So what kind of indications you can get, you can see is differential relay trip. If the differential relay for protection is tripped, then this window will be indicated. Okay, it will be highlighted. I will show you in further video how that is highlighted. Then Bucos relay trip again for transformer. Overcurrent earth fault relay trip, that is for protection of the line. Master relay operated trip circuit faulty. And then SF6 gas pressure is low on the circuit breaker. If that is low, then the indication will come over here. So how this annunciator works, let us see that. Okay, so now let us move on towards one video in which an actual original annunciator, how it practically looks, is shown. Okay, so let's watch the video now. So as shown over here is the annunciator, actual annunciator that is used in a control panel inside the control room. This is used to indicate the type of fault on the line or on the transformer or on the equipment which the panel is protecting. Okay, there are 12 windows. There is a test button, accept button and a reset button. As this is a 12 window annunciator, on the back side of this annunciator there is a provision from F1 to F12 to do the wiring for each individual window. Okay, so these are used for each window separately from F1 to F12. Okay, then there is F common connection point. Okay, then there is a provision for supply, AC supply or DC supply. Okay, then there is contact for non-trip contact, CNO, and trip contact, again CNO. Okay, so each window can be configured as either a non-trip contact or a trip contact. You can short the non-trip contact C and NO, and that will be connected to the hooter. Okay, and that will indicate if there is any fault on this particular window you have configured, right? So that is how you can use this non-trip contact and trip contact, right? Whenever this two contact will be short circuited, the hooter will be there and alarm will be indicated on the front side window of the annunciator. Whenever you do connection from F common to F1, that is for window 1, okay, you can connect any relay between F common and F1. So whichever relay is connected between those 2 points, the indication will be on 1. Okay, so now you can accept it, and you can do reset. Reset can only be done, the window will glow when there is a connection between F1 and F common. So if the relay contact is open, only then you can reset the connection. Similarly, between F common and F12, for each individual window, the wiring can be done. Okay, so that's how this annunciator looks like. Okay, so now in the video, as we have seen a 12 window annunciator. So for over here, for your reference, we have made a 6 window annunciator. Now as told over there in the video that there are 3 buttons, accept, test and reset on the annunciator. Now let us see what happens when we are going to press the test button. Okay, so let us press the test button. Okay, so when you click on the test button, now let us press the accept button and see what happens when we are pressing the accept button. When you press the accept, the windows will continue to glow. The windows will be on, okay, indicating what type of fault there is. Okay, for now we have pressed test button, so all the windows are glowing. But in actual case, if there is only differential relay trips, for example, if there is only differential relay trip, then only differential relay trip will be glowing, and the or rest all windows will not be glowing when you click on the accept button, right? Now what happens when we click on the reset button? Let us see that. When you click on the reset button, all these windows which were glowing previously will now be turned off. Okay, so this gets turned off only and only when the contacts of the differential relay are now open. Okay, if it is open, if the relay actually is reset, only then you can reset from here in the annunciation window. Okay, so now let us move on towards the wiring. Okay, so now let us understand the wiring of this annunciator. The very basic step to do wiring of any equipment is to first of all provide power supply to the equipment itself. So let us provide power supply to the annunciator first, but we will use a fuse to, again a fuse is required to protect this equipment before we provide a power supply. So okay, so we have J1 and J2 contacts, and then there are fuse, and then this J1 and J2 will be now called as L101 and L102, a basic nomenclature for the indication purpose done in the panel. Okay, so L101 is connected to the positive point. Okay, again this F1, F2, F6, these common points and this are on the back side of the annunciator. Okay, as we have seen in this video earlier. So I am showing you how you will do wiring on the back side of this annunciator. Okay, so for positive you will get from J1 after a fuse. Okay, and then negative, that is L102, is now given to the negative. Okay, so now as we have discussed earlier, there are two contacts on the back side of this annunciator, trip and non-trip contact. Okay, so between this trip contact there is one switch, or there is a contact which is normally open. This will be only and only closed whenever there is any tripping. Say for differential relay tripping or Bucos relay tripping, if this relay are tripped, okay, if this relay are tripped, then this contact will be closed, and then this windows will glow in the annunciator. Okay, so let's give supply to this, and then similarly there is another non-trip contact also. I will explain it later now. So first of all, let us connect this. Okay, this trip and non-trip contact. Positive is given. Okay, now whenever there is a tripping, whenever there is differential relay tripping, this contact will be closed. This contact will be closed, and what will happen? This positive will be extended to this hooter alarm. Okay, and then there will be alarm. You can hear the alarm noise. Okay, then there is a negative that is already extended to this alarm. So what happens whenever this differential relay trips, this contact gets closed and this positive gets extended over this alarm, and the hooter will be there. Okay, so that will indicate that you have a relay trip. Okay, now the second contact is a non-trip contact. Non-trip contact, that means suppose this indication is SF6 pressure is low, there is no tripping of the line or the equipment, or there is no relay tripping, but this is simple indication that the gas pressure is low on the equipment. Okay, so for that we have another type of footer, that is non-trip alarm. Okay, so this is the non-trip contact. Whenever there is any indication like this, where the tripping is not there, but we are using it as a contact of an annunciator, as one window of the annunciator, then we can use this in contact. Again, whenever there is such kind of fault on the equipment, this contact will get short circuited. This positive gets extended to this non-trip alarm or the hooter, and again the negative is provided from this side. So that completes the circuit. You can get the alarm. You can accept this. Okay, and then when you click on reset, and if the now you have filled the gas into your circuit breaker and the gas pressure is normal, so this contact will open and you can again now reset this window. Okay, I hope this much is clear till now. So now let us move on for connection between F1 F2 to common. Okay. Okay, so now let us understand the wiring for F1 to CC, that is for each individual relay window. Okay, so now for your reference, this is window 1, window 2, window 3, window 4, window 5 and window 6. That is how the numbering is done for any annunciator. Okay, so for say differential relay trip, there is used alarm contact of differential relay. Okay, one contact of differential relay is used. Similarly for Bucos relay, another contact of Bucos relay will be used. Then there is another contact of overcurrent earth fault relay, then a contact of master relay, then contact of trip circuit supervision relay, and finally a contact of breaker density monitor is used. Okay, so these are all single contacts of each individual different relays, right? So how they are all connected to the annunciator, let us now see that. First of all, we have to provide a common connection CC, that is we will call it L103. It is provided to all the relay contacts. Okay, one by one we will see for each individual. Now let us understand only for differential relay. Okay, so now L103 is connected to the differential relay contact. Then another contact of differential relay is connected to F1 and we will call it a number as L105. Okay, so you have to understand that this contacts that used over here are again NO contacts. These are normally open. Okay, but whenever there will be a tripping due to a differential relay, okay, so this contact will be short circuited. The circuit will be completed between F1 and CC, and due to this differential relay trip will be glowing. Window will be glowing. Okay, so that's how from the differential relay you will get an indication into the annunciators inside the control room. Now similarly for all the relays we will provide the connection L103, that is common connection. Then for our Bucos relay a contact will be used, that will be L107. For contact of overcurrent earth fault relay, the contact we will use will be F3 because that is window number 3 and that is the number given is L109. For contact of master relay, fourth window is used, so for F4 the number will be L111. F5 is a trip circuit faulty relay indication, so the number is L113. Okay, and for F6 connection is provided between a gas density monitor on the breaker. One contact is used and the number given is L115. So that is how a basic wiring is done for the annunciation circuit over here. Okay. Okay, now let us see a practical example. Okay, so say suppose if there the contact of this differential relay is closed. Okay, there is a tripping in the differential relay. Due to that this contact will be closed and you will get a differential relay indication. See, this contact is closed and this differential relay trip. indication window will now start glowing. Okay, once it starts glowing, you can click on the accept button. Okay, so it will stop glowing. See, when you click on the accept button, it will stop blinking like that. Okay, and when you click on the reset button, this will be turned off, but this window will be turned off only if this contact is open. Okay, so when you reset the differential relay, actually only then you can reset this differential relay trip indication on the announcement, right? So once you click on the reset, this window will stop glowing only and only if this contact is open, right? So the annunciator over here is of 6 windows. The annunciator can be 12 window annunciator, it can be 36 window annunciator, but the concept of wiring and the logic of wiring will remain very much same for each type. So I hope now you can do wiring for any kind of annunciator. Also, if you have any queries in the wiring, you can definitely ask in the comment section below. So that's it for today's video, guys. Do let us know what you want to know in the comments below. Keep watching our videos. Thank you.